Hello there, welcome to the Shift webinar series. I'm so glad that you have carved out a little bit of time to take the time to learn a few tools that can help you shift from this chaotic, scattered state to one of more calm and simplicity. And so, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Heather X, and I help overwhelmed women move from scattered survival mode to a sacred, intentional living. I have spent over 20 years as a music educator, raised 5 kids, navigated life as a single parent, and along the way, I have discovered various tools that I'm about to share with you that literally has changed everything. So let's begin. First of all, let's see if this sounds familiar to you. Maybe it's 2 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon. You've already sat through 3 or 4 meetings, and maybe you're on your way home, but you're sitting in the pickup lane waiting to get pickup groceries before supper because you forgot to grab X, Y, and Z for dinner. Your phone is buzzing and you feel that buzzy, scattered feeling taking over your whole body. You feel the tension, your thoughts become a whirlwind. You're toggling between worry about what you forgot to do and the anxiety of what's still ahead. Or maybe it's even worse. I know I've been there. I literally have forgotten my kids, forgot to pick them up. Um, yeah, that happens. And because I was so busy focused on that moment in time, I totally forgot that, oh, I needed to be at a different place. And that happens. We get so busy, but there are tools that can help prevent those things from happening. Not all the time. We're not perfect. We're never going to be perfect. However, these tools have drastically shut that down. Like, I haven't done that in years. And so I want to share these tools with you because you deserve to feel confident about what step you're taking next, to move with intention, to be calm amidst the chaos that's around you. And again, not perfect. Definitely lost my temper just a few nights ago and got super overwhelmed and apologized to my kids. I headed to my room and took a breather because as a single parent, that was my option. So let's get into it, shall we? So, first of all, you're not broken. You are absolutely doing the best you can. I know you are, because I was and still am. However, you're probably operating with a nervous system that is absolutely stuck in overdrive. Your body and mind don't realize that what feels like an emergency is not. It's just an overwhelming Tuesday where you have a lot going on. But that doesn't mean you're in a life or death situation, which is what your body thinks. That's why you're stressed. That's why you're struggling. And so, how we combat this is by nourishing our nervous system, giving it the information that the body needs so that it realizes, hey, I'm safe. I'm not being chased by a tiger. I am not in survival because I can't find food. We can go to the grocery store, most of us, and get food in just minutes. And so, I would love to share these 5 simple tools to shift your energy from chaotic to hopefully more relaxed, or at least 10% more relaxed. It doesn't always take me to 100% relaxed, to be honest. But absolutely, these tools give you that space to become more calm and to then choose your reaction and not have a reaction. And so, let me share my screen here. There we are. So, shift the moment, a handful of stress busters. I have chosen to divide this up into a series of videos so that you are able to click on the specific video that you would like to use and focus on. And so this is just the introduction. There we go. So the tools that we will be looking at is Spot the Spark, which I've labeled as the thumb, hum, which I've used the pointer finger to help me remember, inhale and exhale, which is then the middle finger, your fingertips, ring finger, and think to yourself. So we're going to be going over each one of those in a video, a separate video. There we go. So we can focus on what it is, why we're doing it, and the benefits of doing this activity, along with practicing the actual tool along with me. And so, first of all, before we jump in, how to start. I would like to encourage you to just pick one technique to focus on and practice it until it becomes automatic. Use something to help you remember. So I specifically chose the hand, but feel free to use whatever feels helpful to you. So you don't have to remember Spot the Spark as your thumb. That's can be a helpful tool for some, but not for all. And so use what works for you. You want to practice these when you're calm. These are not tools to practice in the moment because you're not going to remember them. They won't be accessible. In order for these tools to become accessible, you have to practice them when you're calm. And then the other super important thing is to notice the shift. Notice when small changes happen. So an example of this is I was waitressing and it was a super stressful evening. And many of these are becoming more automatic for me. And so I happened to notice I was taking really long, deep breaths in between customers. And I was like, oh, look at that. Obviously, I'm a little stressed out. I feel that my body is trying to regulate itself. And I got through the shift just fine. Everything worked out. It was great. And I started to relax shortly after that and feel more confident, comfortable, and all the things, right? But it definitely took a little bit to shift. The goal is not perfection. The goal is to have options. And again, the more you practice these, the more automatic they become and they just happen. You are training your nervous system so that you have choices when you are stressed. I believe that is the end of your introductory video. Please feel free to check out any of the following videos. They should be about 3 to 4 minutes each. Yeah, so I'll see you in the next one.